Hello everyone, welcome back to this series on simple AC circuits. So in this video, I'll be teaching on the topic root mean square current, the root mean square current. So what is root mean square current? The root mean square current is that steady current which develops the same quantity of heat in the same time in the same resistance. So by definition, we say that the root mean square current is the steady current that develops the same quantity of heat in the same time in the same resistance. So mathematically, the root mean square current, that's IRMS, is equal to the peak current divided by square root of 2. So this is the mathematical formula to calculate the root mean square current. So the formula says that the root mean square current is equal to the peak current divided by square root of 2. Remember that our I naught is called the peak current or the amplitude current. So in the same way we have the root mean square current, we also have the root mean square voltage. And the root mean square voltage can also be represented by a mathematical formula. So the root mean square voltage, which is our VRMS, is also equal to the peak voltage divided by square root of 2. So we have the root mean square current and we also have the root mean square voltage. And take note that the root mean square current is also called the DC equivalent of current. So we are saying that the root mean square current can also be called the DC, that's the direct current equivalent of alternating current. So whenever we are asked to find the DC equivalent of an alternating current, then we are asked to find the root mean square current. So let's look at some examples on how to solve the root mean square current or the root mean square voltage. So let's see example 1. Example 1 says the current output form of an AC source is given as I equal to 10 sine omega t. The DC equivalent of the current is dash. So we're asked to find the DC equivalent of the current, the alternating current. So to solve this question, we need to recall that the DC equivalent of our alternating current is called the root mean square current. So we're asked to find the root mean square current. So the DC equivalent is called the root mean square current. And root mean square current is equal to the peak current divided by square root of 2. So now that we have written out our formula, next is to identify our peak current. From our equation that we are given that I is equal to 10 sine omega t, our peak current is equal to 10. So that is our peak current. So our peak current is equal to 10 ampere. So to solve for the root mean square current, we now substitute the value of peak current into the formula. So we now have that our root mean square current will now be equal to 10 divided by square root of 2. And to solve this question, we rationalize the denominator. So by multiplying by square root of 2 and square root of 2. So this will give us 10 root 2 divided by root 2 times root 2 will give us 2. So we will divide. So our 2 can divide 10 to give us 5 root 2. So this is the answer to our question, 5 root 2. And remember that our current is expressed in what? Ampere. So that is the answer to this question, 5 root 2. So let's see another example on how to solve the root mean square current. So let's see the second example. In example 2, the question says, in an AC circuit, the ratio of RMS value to peak value of current is dash. So this is a jump question. So we're asked to find the ratio of the root mean square value to the peak value of the current. So to solve this question, we need to record the formula for root mean square current. We know that the root mean square current, that's the IRMS, is equal to the peak current divided by square root of 2. We're asked to find the ratio of root mean square current to the peak current. So what we need to do is to divide both sides by our peak current. So dividing both sides by our peak current, we will now have this equation to be that our root mean square current divided by our peak current should be equal to our peak current over root 2 times 1 over peak current. Remember, we are dividing both sides by peak current. So this peak current will divide this peak current. Now we are left with that the root mean square current over the peak current is equal to 1 over square root of 2. So from our solution, we can see that the ratio of the root mean square current to the peak current is equal to 1 over square root of 2. And that is the answer to this question, 1 over root 2. So in the next video, I'll be teaching on the types of AC circuits. So keep watching as we look at the different types of AC circuits. So if you have enjoyed this video, don't forget to click on the like button and subscribe to our YouTube channel to get notification whenever we release new videos like this. See you in the next video.